I'm Albert Morales. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Tucson, Arizona. My parents divorced at a super young age. You know, that didn't really bother me as much just because I was more focused on my sisters and my one sister that grew up with me and just how it would affect her later on in life. But I was still too young to even start thinking about that yet. I was mainly staying with my dad most of the time. You know, he stayed single a lot of the time I was growing up, and my mom soon quickly found somebody in Tucson. He took care of my mom in a sense, but on that side in early age, it was dysfunctional on that side just because he was really verbally abusive. So I put his hands on my mom a few times, and that bothered me because I was so young. I was around 5, really couldn't do anything. There was just a lot of fights. I was angry all the time, so I started hanging around with just friends. It didn't really matter who it was. Most of my friends had older brothers and older cousins, and they were just really out there. You know, I didn't really see them using any drugs, but I just knew that they were into gangs and stuff like that, and it kind of just made me a little excited of where I could take myself. I already had this mindset you know, I'll beat anybody up. They hurt who's really important to me, and you know, that mindset really went downhill from there. I remember I got injured. I tore my meniscus and I got prescribed some Vicodins. When I took one, I wanted more. Into middle school, I held on to that feeling, what those Vicodins gave me. Could never find them, didn't really want to experiment because I was a little afraid, honestly. And I remember I went to this middle school where there's a lot of skaters involved, and I had one good friend, and he liked to smoke a lot of weed. One day we were just out in the alleyways downtown, and a lot of the older skaters were gonna, you know, give him some weed, and so we can all smoke, but they were smoking some other stuff, which was heroin. I decided that I wanted to do that. The feeling I got from that was just, it was indescribable. I felt sick right away, but at the same time, it was I don't know what's going on right now, but I want to keep on doing this. Right then and there, I found the need to want to feel like that, different. I just kind of forgot what it felt like to have a clear mindset, to remember what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling, and all this and that. And to me, that was better than anything I can ever imagine, because if I did something bad, I wouldn't remember it and it'd be all right. For the first time ever, I shot when I was 13. It gave me the sense of security, nothing can bother me, nothing anyone can say can get to me, and I'm gonna be all right in the end. Nobody really knew that Albert was shooting heroin as a freshman. It just turned really bad really quick. I stopped playing sports. I ran track here and there, but I was partying. My dad knew I was partying. My balance was lost. I didn't know what I loved anymore. I didn't know what I cared about, and it just fell apart. When I was 17, that's when I found meth, and I loved it. I loved it more than I loved heroin. I was like, where has this been all my life? I didn't care about anything. I was always angry. I was always back-talking. I was just super pissed off at the world for absolutely no reason. You know, you go around Tucson and you see all of these tweakers on the streets. Just when I was young, I thought they were just crazy, but now I know why they were the way they are. And everything just started making sense. I started realizing this is the path that I'm taking, and this is the road that I'm gonna end up on. I woke up one morning, getting ready to go to work, and my mom took the day off, and I'm like, all right, my mom never takes the day off, so what's going on? You know, she's like, okay, you're gonna get help. I already set something up, you're going to California. I knew I had a problem, I'm 20 years old, and I got needle marks all over my arm. On the plane ride, I was like, all right, maybe this is the best thing to do, maybe it is. Probably 2 weeks in, I met a guy, and we already had a plan to get high. So I got out, got into sober living, and him and his girlfriend and me all just I relapsed first, and I didn't have nowhere to go, and so I fell in with them. Sure enough, my friend was messaging my mom on Messenger and told her how bad I'm getting, this and that, and you know, I'm not doing anything with my life. I'm probably gonna die out here in Palm Springs. So my mom, again, just saving me. So we were just looking through, just Google, just treatment centers in Arizona. We found the detox, talked to the detox, and I remember the guy, Daniel, he told me about Granite Mountain. I'm in Phoenix already, and there's, you know, cactuses. I'm used to cactuses and all that, and I'm coming up a hill, and flat plain, mountains, trees, and I'm like, where am I going? Once again, I don't know where I'm headed. I don't know if it's gonna work for me, so that's my mind playing tricks on me. Get to the center, and everybody's a little happy, you know, they're genuine, they're care for each other, they're was like, what is going on here? I started opening up more, started being vulnerable, started talking to everybody, getting to know them, being there for them. And I found joy in actually doing that. Now I'm in this headspace where I can really show up for somebody. For some reason, they just really knew how to talk to me. Along with all this process, getting into Recover Strong, you know, I remember my first day, they're like, all right, you're gonna come to CrossFit, Recover Strong. And I was like, oh, all right, like, let's give it a shot. 10 minutes in, I'm throwing up. You know, Jason's like, yeah, go outside, please. Like, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a long haul. Today, like when CrossFit comes, I'm up and I'm like, all right, let's do this. Like, I got a lot on my plate, I got a lot on my mind, I'm gonna take it out. Recover Strong for me has like, I honestly firmly believe without that, I wouldn't be here right now, you know, employed, getting ready to transition. If you do what your mind's telling you not to do, sooner or later, your mind's gonna come with you and you're gonna be able to get some logic behind your thoughts. Whatever is happening inside of me, I'm going with it. And, you know, it's all positive. It's all what people taught me. You know, and it's super crazy to know that this program works within people, because you see so many people from different backgrounds, been through so much, different ages, and if they give themselves up to this program, we all think the same. We all overcome the same things, and it's so awesome to see, like when we're in groups and we're talking about concerns, when we get out of the rooms, you know, because of this program, everybody has let go of something that they were holding, resentments, you know, character defects, holding things back, seeing somebody's growth. It's like, that's all because of this program. I sit there in my room like, all right, if I do this and apply this to my everyday life, I might get somewhere. Like, I feel stronger mentally, physically, and just, I'm a better person.